Hi! In this video tutorial, we will load a CAD file into Cinema 4D and view it in augmented reality using My AR Studio. We will start from the work done by Athanasios Pozantzis in this Cinema 4D Cineversity tutorial, where he loads a CAD model of a drill and prepares it for a realistic render. We are in Cinema 4D at the point where Athanasios finished his tutorial. We deactivate all components except the drill and click on File, Export, GLTF GLB, clicking on the gear icon. Make sure to export a binary GLB file with textures. Click OK and save the GLB file. Enter My AR Studio, click plus to add a new product and drag the exported GLB file into the white area. The 3D model is loaded. At this point, we notice that the colors are not exactly like those in the Cinema 4D render, but we will adjust them now. First, choose a framing similar to the render to make our work easier. Click on the second tab and set the background to black. Use the same HDR used in the render to facilitate color matching. Here, be careful, because the HDR file needs to have a lowercase extension. So, rename it if it's necessary, and press F5 to ensure Windows shows the correct extension. Now, going back to My AR Studio, click on HDR and load our HDR. Adjust the exposure to about 0.4, and now we correct the colors. Go to the third tab, click on the orange plastic, and then on Factor. Check the hexadecimal code, then open the Cinema 4D Material Manager and select the orange plastic. Click on the hexadecimal button and copy the value. Paste it into My AR Studio, making sure to start the number with a hash. Now click on Metallic Roughness and set the metallic component to 0, as we are dealing with plastics. Similarly, adjust the black plastic by clicking on Factor for the black shiny material. In Cinema 4D, select the black shiny material and copy the hexadecimal code, pasting it into My AR Studio. Again, set the metallic component to 0. For the handle material, the issue is a bit different. Because this material has a hexadecimal code, but also a brightness set to 10%, so we need to scale this value by a factor of 10. So in My AR Studio, select the handle and enter the scaled value. At this point, we have a situation very similar to the Cinema 4D render. A fundamental thing to check when using augmented reality is the spatial dimensions of the object. Go to the last tab and notice that the drill is particularly large. This is probably because the CAD model was originally in inches, so the drill is scaled by 2.54 times, which is the conversion factor between inches and centimeters. Open the calculator and divide 1 by 2.54 to get a conversion factor of about 0.39, which we will enter into My AR Studio. Click Apply and notice that the drill now has reasonable dimensions. Zoom in on our model and go back to the first tab. Click the image icon to enter Polaroid mode. Orient our object to create the preview. And click Generate Poster. At this point, click Save and Publish, and we're done. Our 3D model is now ready to be shared. We can open the QR code and scan it with our smartphone to see it in augmented reality. Alternatively, we can share the direct link to the model or insert an iframe with the viewer, that is, this component, into any web page. To complete, take our smartphone and open the camera. Point at the QR code and click the recognized link. The browser opens and will display the 3D viewer of our model. By touching and dragging with one finger, we can rotate the object. By pinching with 2 fingers, we can zoom in and out on the object. To enter augmented reality, click on the button at the bottom right. The camera opens, and we can move the phone horizontally to scan the plane. Once recognized, the 3D model will appear, anchored on the identified surface. With one finger, we can move the object. With 2 fingers, rotating them as if turning a knob, we can rotate the object. And by pinching and spreading our fingers, we can enlarge and shrink the object. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. I remind you to subscribe to our channel not to lose any news, and I invite you to watch our videos for more information about My AR Studio.